Hello TikTok, hello YouTube, how you doing? Live stream today, yay! I wonder what tower we're gonna play. Same as always, yeah. If you go to guess Nito, you would have been $100, right? We should have followed or some. I want to make a joke, but it's not. It's not even bad, but it's like I don't know. Hello, I was like someone can make a bet thing for me. I won't say a website because it's like I feel like that's encouraging. Hi Pickle, hi Amina, hi I Stand. How you doing today? Welcome, welcome. Hi Jana, hi Coco. Hello guys, hi Fool Fairy. Thank you guys for coming. Well, make sure to follow if you guys are new here. And as well, thank you guys for the donations again recently. Hi Kibi. Hi Elizabeth, how are you? What are you guys up to today? Welcome, welcome. Hi Kachu, hi Elizabeth, hi Foot Fairy, hi Belle, how you doing today? Welcome, welcome. Hello everyone, hi Kachan, hi everyone, welcome, welcome guys. Hi Coco. Hi Creative, hi Emma, how are you? I love your outfit, thank you, I appreciate it, thank you, thank you. Hi Emma. Hi Jane, how are you doing today? Welcome, welcome. Hi Jenna, I'm doing pretty good, a little sleepy, but wake up. Cool, very cool indeed, yeah. What's a full rest for me? Hey, full rest are needed, so hi Nara, hi Demon, how are you? I love your videos, thank you, I appreciate it. We gotta take this. Let me give me this sphere. I mean, I already got a sphere. Never mind, I don't need it. I don't need it no more. Hi August, hi Zay-chan. Ooh, hopefully your haunted house party goes well. I'm doing good, what about you guys? You're the best, thank you. Hi Sivan. Hello, I sent. Hello, make sure to follow or sub, guys. Glad to have you. Hello, Moonlight. Hi, Monster. How you doing there? Welcome, welcome. Hi, Nara. Hope you have a nice day too. Hi, Emma. Hi, Monster. How are you? Hello, it's me. Hello, welcome, welcome, guys. Glad to have you. Hi Jane, welcome guys, make sure to follow her some. Hi Ro, thanks for the heart me. Make sure to follow or sub guys, glad to have you. Hey everyone. Hi Kashi, thanks for the follows. I'm eating, what are you eating? Oh my god. Usually have like 1k. What? There's never 1k. Hi Cage. There's like 30 or 40. Also, I mean, I just started the stream like 2 minutes ago, guys. You know, you guys know I don't get like 1 million viewers within like 2 seconds of me starting a stream, right? That's not how algos work. Hi Oblivion. Hi Dave. Hi Yog. Hi you guys doing? Welcome. I just don't start streaming. It's like 200 people show up immediately. It's like, you know, it takes a little time, guys. Hi Candace. Hello. Hi Jane. Hi Godzilla, thank you for the follow, glad to have you. Hi Mage. Hello, welcome Oblivion. I'm gonna go have fun at your party, Emma. Glad to see ya. Hope you're doing well. Hi Dave, you ate Subway. Subway's good. Hi Elijah. Hi Vincent. I haven't been on here in a while. Hello, thank you for the rose, Vincent. Hi okay, I did not need to know that, guys. Hi, guys. Think you guys keep gross stuff to yourself, okay? I do not need to know about gross stuff in your life. Thank you so much for the rose. You feeling good? Hi Nora. I mean, I'm okay. I want to go on a walk today, but I think I'm going to do that tomorrow. Well, I'm going to probably do that at night, and then I'm going to do another thing tomorrow. I'm going to get my hair cut. I was thinking around like 2 to 3 inches would be good. Hi Devontae. Yeah, Joke shows you. Thank you guys again for coming and following and subbing, guys. You've been grinding though. Oh, I hope you have been having fun. Hi Morgana. I mean, Roblox by like far. I would very much rather get banned off of Roblox. Hi Elijah. Hi Yug. Hi Candace. Hi Ellie. How are you? Hi I mean, no offense, but like even still, like for Roblox, it's like you could just make a new account. Like, you know how many people like make new accounts to like F with me? I mean, I probably won't if I got banned because I just don't really care as much. But hi Yog, hi Elijah. Again, thank you for the follows and subs, guys. If you are new and you have not followed or subbed, please consider doing so. Hi Kitty, how are you? Order the bad updates. I don't know what you're talking about. I think I probably do know what you're talking about, but the way you phrased it was like very convoluted. I don't know if you know what that word means, but it means like very confusing. Hello Katie, how are you guys doing today? Welcome. Hi Con. Smartest, funniest person alive. I feel like if you're the smartest, you could probably be one of the funniest. Hello. I mean, usually intelligence and humor have something in common. It depends on your humor, since that's always dependent, but it depends on like what type of humor you have. Be sure to follow or sub. Also, smartest is like somewhat subjective on what your criteria is, right? You mean by IQ? Do you mean like general knowledge, like Einstein kind of thing? I mean, Einstein. I mean, there's a lot of correlation, but like, you know, it's a lot more complicated and nuanced. Hi, say Kason. Hi, Kami. Hi, Fire. Glad to have you here. Thank you guys for the follows and subs, everyone. I mean, you're fine. Getting banned for no reason. I mean, I don't know any games that got banned. The only game I know that's got like effed over completely was what's the game name? Please Donate, but that's because they just wanted more money. Again, thank you for the follow and subs, guys. Hi Nara, hi everyone, hi Harley, how are you? Hi Daxton, hi Yog, yes I see you. What cat do you have? What cat? Or I'll give 1 of 5. What do I want? Jerry. One of them's named Jerry. I give 1 each stream, and then I say it sometimes. Why are you walking that way? Walk that way! Because I didn't have my hand on my mouse since I was itchy. So I was scratching my neck. A little bit under my neck, to be exact. Alright, make sure to follow us. Hi Coco, glad to have you. Thank you guys for coming. That's my favorite animal. I like cats a lot. Am I sleepy? A little bit. Also, I want to say thank you guys for your donations today. Any donation you guys give really helps me out, so thank you guys. Generally can't thank you guys enough if you do donate. I really appreciate it. Hi Dave. Any moonwalk? I'm moonwalking, guys. Hello. Welcome. Glad to have you here. Hi Lexi. Hi Yog. Again, thank you for the follows and subs, guys. Glad to have you. Oh, god damn it. No! Oh, I fucking hate this tower. Sorry. I wasn't supposed to do that tower yet. I mean, it doesn't really matter that much, but hi Izzy. Thank you for the rose. Sorry. Hi everyone. I have a cat. How's your cat doing? Are they going meow meow? Baby cat. Hi Izzy. Hi Dan, how you doing today? Hi Lexi, how are you? Thank you Lawbit for the flow stay! Thank you so much Lawbit. Glad to have you in stream today. How have you been? I've returned. Welcome, thank you so much Lawbit. No sleeping, no. Why does it feel like someone punched my stomach today? Thank you so much Lawbit! That's so nice you. Well, have fun in Animal Hospital. Hi Marlon, hi Larry, hi your local. Hi Em, how you doing there? Welcome. Okay, have fun playing whatever you end up playing. Hello. Hi Callie, how you doing there? Welcome. Again, thank you for the follows and subs, guys. I'm glad you like my plushie. Hi Nyla, glad to have you. Make sure to follow or sub if you guys are new. Any follows or subs help me out. I sometimes, not recently though. Hi Moon. Hi Arias, glad to have you. Hi Nella. You say hi to me, I sub. Hello Yog, how are you? I mean, if I fall, I could just restart though, that's the thing. Hi Dolphin, hi Nella. And thank you for the follows and subs, guys. Hello everyone. Hi Uzi, hi, glad to have you. Thank you for following, thank you for subbing, guys. Again, thank you guys. Can you do a moonwalk? Bro, I already moonwalked. You keep asking me the same questions. Yeah, look, I'm walking. Whoa. Hi, Nelly. Ask me something new. Hi, Uzi. Hi, Nelly. Hi, Epic. Hi, Shelly Rance. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing well. Oh, god damn it, I fell. Hi, Flamey. Glad to have you. Hi, Epic. I am new. I want to tell you a space. What's your space fact space? I want to hear. Hi, hi, Luz. How you doing there? Welcome, welcome. Try wall hopping. I can't wall hop. And thank you for the follows and subs, guys. Oh, I know that. That's why it's not counted as a planet, because they can't clear its orbital track. Hi, Uzi. Hi, Coco. Hi, Space. Glad to have you here. I think it's somewhat related. I'm not sure 100%. Hi, everyone. Thank you guys for the follows and subs. Hi, Flamey. Hi, Shelly. Glad to have you. I need to watch more space channels, so that, like, some of them start becoming conspiratorial now. Yeah, I watched. There's one that like did really good videos, and like the last video was like kind of like a conspiracy. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna watch it anymore. Hi, Larry. Hi, Sam. Hi, Jessica. When you watch conspiracy debunking, well, this wasn't that, but like it'd be like, you ever watch a conspiracy debunking channel and then they just come up with like more conspiracies? I'm like, okay, like what's the point of watching? I guess it's like a different thing and maybe slightly more adept, but I'm like, I don't really want to watch if I'm gonna hear about blank conspiracy now. Hello, make sure to follow or sub, guys, if you guys are new. Hi, Omalie, glad to have you. Do you play Rivals? Not recently, but it's decent. Hi, Sam. Hi, everyone. Glad to have you. Not many people right now, but I'm sure it's speed up. Hi, Lee. Hi, Lo. How are you doing today? I'm gonna use the restroom really quickly, if that's okay. I'll be back in like 1 second. I'm just gonna blow my nose. Back in 1. Hello, I am back. How are you guys doing today? Welcome, welcome. Hi, Alicia. Hi, Sierra. Hi, July. How are you doing today? Welcome, welcome. Hi, Faith. How are you doing today? Hi, Galia. How are you doing today? Welcome, welcome. Glad to have you. Hello, make sure to follow her sub. Hi, Neko. Hi, Lowell. How are you doing today? Hi, Jordan. Hi, Good Luck. How are you doing today? Hi, Sierra. Again, thank you for the follows and subs. Hi, Yolanda. Hi, Galila. Hi, Joel. Hi, Faith. How are you doing today? Welcome, welcome. Hi, y'all. Hi, Jessica. Thank you guys for the follows and subs, guys. I appreciate it so much. What are you guys up to right now? Hi, everyone. Hi, Bossy. How are you? Hi, Angel. Again, thank you for the follows and subs. Hi, Unknown. Glad to have you. Hello. Anyway, hi, Light Blue. How you doing there? Welcome, welcome. Hi, Moa. Thank you guys for the follows and subs. Hello. Hi, Curly. Hello. Hi, Kyle. Glad to have you here. Hi, Angel. Thank you for the follows and subs. Hi, everyone. What are you guys up to today? Hi, Unknown. Glad to have you. Hope you're doing well. Hi, Basie. How are you guys doing today? Welcome, welcome. Hi, Flamey. How are you? Hello, Curly. How are you doing today? Welcome, welcome. Again, thank you for the follows and sub, guys. Glad to have you here. What are you guys up to right now? My YouTube's very interesting today. I'll give it like a good I don't know, 40 minutes, and we'll see what happens. Hello. Eating's nice. Eating's tasty. Hope you have a good food. Hi, Kenan. How you doing today? Welcome, welcome. Hi, Kama. Hi, Elijah. How are you? Hi, Delay. How you doing there? Welcome, welcome. Hi, Desi. Hi, Angel. Hi, Baku. Hi, y'all, and how you doing there? Welcome, welcome. Make sure to follow our son. Hi Curly, hi Lena, hi Sakura, hi Baku. Hi everyone, hi Stephine, how are you? Again, thank you guys for your follow, subs, and also I want to say thank you guys again for your donations today. They were really, everything you give is really amazing, so thank you guys. Hi Star, hi Lena, how are you? Hi Corey, how are you doing there? Welcome. Hi Cutie, glad to have you. Thanks for the follows. Hello, it's me, the man. Hi Stephine, how are you? I throw eggs at interesting username, but yeah. Glad to have you. You play Mimic? Not right now. No. I'm doing okay right now. Again, thank you for the follows and subs, guys. What was? Hi XR, how you doing there? Welcome. Anything fun or exciting, guys? Why does my cat cry a lot? They just don't get boomba and they whine. They whine so hard. Hello. Or just swore for some reason. You can't swear on my Minecraft server. Good afternoon. How you doing today? Welcome. Hello. How much is your avatar? I don't know, like 800 and like 600 Robux. It's like not like too bad, but not like really cheap either. Yes, I am one. Or hello, Dante. How are you? And thank you for the follow, your sub, guys. Welcome. Hi, Harley. How you doing there? Welcome. Hi, Eli. Hi, Ellie. Hi, Harley. Again, thank you, guys. Hello, Ellie. How are you? And thank you for the follows and subs, guys. Hellos. You're the best streamer. Thank you guys for saying that. Hi, user. Hi, sniper. How you doing there? Welcome. Hi, Destiny. How are you? Hello, it's me. Hi, everyone. I'm glad to have you guys here. Yes, I am wearing a maid of the outfit. Is that okay with you guys? Hi, Chance. How are you? Hi, Chance. Hi, Elijah. God damn it, I keep falling. Dumb cat boy. Again, thank you for the follows and subs. I mean, yeah, I do like it. I play it a lot. Not as many people here today, which is fair. Hi, Chance. The man who sold... Oh my god, I died. I don't know. I streamed it when I feel like it. Hi, Sniper. How you doing there? Welcome. Hi, Angel. Hi, Nina. Yeah, because the donation's over, so I don't have them anymore. Again, thank you guys for coming. I'm fine, and you? I'm doing pretty good. Hi, Ba. How you doing there? Welcome. Hi, Sniper God. Glad to have you. Hope you're doing well. Hi, Nina. Glad to have you. Thank you for coming. What was? Man. Hi, everyone. Hi, Elijah. How you doing there? Welcome. Hi, Sniper. Hi, Hana. How you doing? Hi, Elijah. Hi, Han. How you doing there? Welcome. Glad to have you here. Hope you're doing well. Hello, welcome from Slovakia. Glad to have you. Hope you're doing well. Hello everyone, how you guys doing today? Welcome. Again, thank you guys for the follows and subs, everyone. I do appreciate it. Hi Edward, hi Adrian. The name of the game is Needo Tower. Needoh Tower. Hi Num Num. Hello everyone. Again, thank you guys for the subs, follows, donations. Everything you guys give really helps me out, so thank you guys. Hi Angel. Hi Beautiful. How you doing there? Welcome, welcome. Hi Machiro. Glad to have you. And thank you for coming, Machiro. Hello Elmo. How are you? Hello Sazik. How you doing there? Welcome, welcome. Hi everyone's welcomes. Yeah, you can join. Hi Michael. Hi Elmo. Do you have voice chat? No, I'd probably get banned if I had voice chat. I'm doing good. Hi Lena. Hi Michael. So warm. It is warm. Warm is nice. Hi Sniper. Valor, what are you up to today? My username is random_guy_unknown. Random_guy_unknown is my user. Ba da 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 da. Why do you think you would get banned on voice chat? These people are gonna say bad words. I'm not gonna get banned on voice chat. I mean, other people are gonna get me banned on voice chat. I mean, in the sense like I'm gonna get banned off of like YouTube. I'm not gonna say anything. Wow, you're good. Thank you. I don't think I'm that good, but hi, Andrian. The heat wave. Yeah, heat waves are not fun to deal with. Hi, Shivu. Thank you. I appreciate you saying that, Shivu. That's very nice of you. I hope you're having the best and most wonderful of days. Hi, Angel. Hello, Jewel. Hi, it says me. Hi, Car. Yeah, I remember you. Did I play Murder Mystery? Yeah, I have. Do you play ZZZ? Not recently. I played like a year ago, though. Hi, DSSD. How you doing today? Hi, Debrio. Thank you for coming. Glad to have you. Hi, it's me, remember. Hi, Car. Glad to have you. Thank you for the follows and subs. Hi, bye. I have to go. Bye-bye. Thanks for coming. I appreciate it. Hello, Elmo. Hi, African. How are you? And thank you for the followers. I'm glad to have you. Hi, Julian. Hi, Africa. Hi, Jen. Hi, Thando. Glad to have you. Thank you for following. Smith, thank you for the floating heart, Smith. Glad to have you here. Hope you're doing well. Hello, Car. Glad to have you here. Atatako. Kakata. You should have followed us. I'm glad to have you here. Kakata. Hello, African. Oh, I'm not African. Sorry. Well, your name is African Ronaldo, so I mean, hi Norbert. Hi Dabrio. Thanks for coming. Again, thank you for the follow, subs, and also guys, if you sub on YouTube, let me know. I'll give you a shout out for subbing. Smith, thank you for the sparkles. Glad to have you. Your donations are very appreciated, Smith. Hi Abigail. Yeah, I remember you. Intruder alert. Red Car, thank you so much, Car, for the laughing disco. Let's go, Car. Thank you, thank you. Your donation, it means so much to me. It helps me out so much, so thank you, Car. Hi, Char. What is the difference between you and... I don't know. What is the difference? Hi, Char. Hi, Jax. How are you doing? Thank you for the laughing disco again. Hello, Car. Hi, CBY. Glad to have you here. Hope you're doing well. Hello, everyone. Hi, everyone, guys. Welcome. Hi, Diana. Hi, Car. I love seeing people happy. Yeah, I really do appreciate your donation. It definitely made me really happy today. Smith, thank you for the flowers. Thank you, Smith. That's really nice of you. I'm playing an obby right now. Hi, CBY. Hi, Angel. Glad to have you. Hello, July. Thank you, guys. Hi, the one. How are you doing today? Welcome, welcome. And thank you for the follow, subs, and donations, guys. I love your YouTube. Oh, hi, Nicole. Hi, the one that got away. Hi, Tony. Hi, Nicole. Hi, Nina. Glad to have you here. Hope you're doing well. Hi, Baboa. Hi, Eli. Hi, everyone. Hi, Tony. Hi, Stray Kids. Hello, everyone. Thank you for the 100, Smith. Glad to have you here. And thank you for the follow, subs, and donations today, guys. Hi, Chango. What are you playing? Can I join? I'm playing Needo Tower. Needoh Tower. for like their hearts. Oh, there's a new update. Thank you for the GGEs. Thank you, Tony, for the GGEs. Glad to have you here. Hope you're doing well. Thank you. Hi, Ane Tiki. Glad to have you. Thank you, Smith, for the sub. Glad to have you. Hi, Nina. Hi, Jasmine. Glad to have you. Make sure to follow her some. Hi, that one that got away. How are you? Thank you, guys. Stop spamming, please, for like 20 times. It's called. I literally told you the name of the game, my dude. Maybe listen instead of just spamming, please. I'm not trying to be mean, but hi, Jasmine. Hi, Trey. Hi, that one. Glad to have you. Thank you for the follows and subs. Oh, someone texted. Uh oh. Hello. Hi, Hex. Hi, Stray Kids. Glad to have you. Make sure to follow or sub. Hi, Deropo. How you doing today? Hi, Spring. Hi, Jasmine. Hi, Kaylee. Glad to have you. Hi, the one. Hi, African. That was an event. That's very cool. Again, thank you for the follows and subs, guys. Hi, the one, Kai M. How are you? Hi, Funny. Glad to have you. Hi, boys. How you doing there? Welcome. Yeah, you can join it. It's called Nido Tower. Hi, Terry. Hi, Sherry. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you for following. Hi, Tamara. Hi, Brenna. Hi, Spring. How are you? Glad to have you. Hi, Spring. Hi, African. Glad to have you. Hello, Question. Glad to have you. Hi, Droll. Hi, Kentrell. Hi, Naya. Glad to have you. Thank you for the floating hearts. Glad to have you. Hi, Love Pickles. Hi, Terry. Glad to have you. Hi, Droll. You can try to teach me it. I'm not sure if I can learn right now, but I'll try my best. Hi, Brenna. Guys, let's get another laughing disco or clapping seal, everyone. We can do it. I bet we can. Hi, Sherry. You guys believe we can get another laughing disco or clapping seal? African. Hi, Raleigh. Glad to have you here. Thank you guys for coming. I do appreciate it. I believe. My avatar is cute. Thank you. Hi, Kentrell. I'm doing good. What about you? Hi, Char, thank you for the follow. Guys, if you sub on YouTube, let me know and say I sub so I can give you a shout out. I think you either buy them or you can get them some other way, but I don't know how to get them the other way, so. Hi, everyone. Hi, Wyan No. Hi, Heart. Hi, Dine. Hi, Kentrell. Hi, boys. How you doing today? Welcome. Again, thank you for the follower subs. Hi, Dave. Hi, Jace. Hi, Car. That's fair, I guess. Hi, Elijah. How you doing there? Make sure to follow her some. Hi, Miney. How you doing there? Welcome. Hi, John. Hi, Jaxie. Hi, Colin. Hi, July. How are you doing today? Hi, Mister. Why does your eyes keep blinking? I don't know. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Brenna. Glad to have you here. Thank you for the follows and subs. Hi, Mario. Hi, SM. Hi, Wario. Glad to have you. Hi, Mile. How are you doing there? Welcome. How do you get gems for gifts? I think you buy them. You're trying to give me... I don't know. You guys don't have to. I appreciate it. I'm a maid outfit. Hi, the one got away. Hi, Mr. Darlene. How are you doing today? Hi, Jack. How are you doing today? Welcome. Ian, thank you for the follows and subs, guys. Hi, Moore. Hi, Vonnie. How are you? Yeah. Okay, well, I don't think you're doing the math right. Wait, what? What? What math is this? How am I only... don't you mean like 5k? I think you mean 5k, not 500. Hi, Darian. Hi, Jenline. Hi, Isabel. I mean, yeah, I was gonna say, I was trying to do the calculation. I was like, what? Hi, Mario. What kind of sound? What do you kind of... What? I'm confused. I'm a little tired, I guess. That's probably why. Okay, in YouTube. Oh, how many more gems you got? Give me the rest of them. Hee. No, I'm joking. You don't have to. Hi, Sherrick. Hi, Clayne. Hi, Snow. Not Sonic. Hi, Snow. Hi, Boyless. Hi, Batty. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Dodge. How you doing there? Welcome. Hi, Cantrell. How you guys doing today? Welcome. Again, thank you for the follows or subs. Hi, Andy. Hello. Welcome. Oh, okay, that's fair. Hi, Mister. Hi, Smith. I still got 8,000. You got 8,000 gems? Oh my god. I mean, hey, if you want to spend them all on me, I wouldn't mind. I'm joking. You don't have to. Hi, Boyless. Hi, Verity. How you doing today? Hi, Tanitha. Hi, Teresa. Glad to have you here. Hope you're doing well. You can try to teach me. Hi, everyone. And thank you for the follows and subs, guys. I appreciate you guys so much. Someone that reads my chat. Yeah. Hi, Car. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Sonic. How are you? Hi, Lewis. How are you doing there? Welcome. Hi, Doge. Hi, Car. Glad to have you. Hi, Sonic. What are you guys up to today? Hello, hello. Make sure to follow us. I'm glad to have you here. Hello, hello. Hi, Colin. Hi, Kentro. Hi, Lemon. Hi, Lewis. How are you doing today? I'm good for now. I'm like Nido Tower. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Lemon. How you doing there? Welcome, welcome. Hi, Lewis. Hi, Woodless. Again, thank you for the follows and sub, guys. Hi, Tiza. Hi, Rowan. How you doing today? Hi, hello, everyone. Maybe one day I can watch it. Not right now, though. Hi, Anna. Hi, Ebony. Hi, Kentro. Glad to have you. Hello, everyone. How old am I? Guess. You can guess. Hello, everyone's. Hello, it's me, the man who sold the world. Your face to face. Hi, Hamburger. Hi, Ebony. Hi, Raleigh. How are you doing today? Hi, Steven. Do you remember me? Yeah, I do remember your hamburger. Hamburger. I mean, you're fine, man. Hi, Rebecca. Hi, Adrian. Hi, Sherry. How are you? I'm 200 years old, guys. Yeah. No, I can't play copyrighted music, guys. Unfortunately, that could get me banned, so I don't want to risk that, okay? Hi, Hyla. Hi, Kalo. Glad to have you. I have a playlist that purposely is not copyright. Again, thank you for the follow, subs, and guys, again, thank you for your donations today. Holy, all the donations help me out so much, so thank you, guys. Hi, Slay. Hi, Totally. Glad to have you here. Hope you're doing well. Hi, Leon. Hi, Rays. Yes, I am one. Is that okay? Hello. Make sure to follow or sub, guys. Glad to have you. Hi, Yuji. How are you? Hi, guest. How you doing today? Welcome, welcome. Hi, Nova. Yes, I am. Yes, I am 200 years old. Hi, Layla. Hi, Halo. Glad to have you. Hi, Kimoko. Hello, hello. How are you doing today? Yes, I am. Hi, Flamey. How are you? I don't give my exact age. Hi, Elijah. So yeah, even if you try guessing, make sure to follow or sub. I give it age range, but I don't give my exact age. Hi, Lucas. What's your question? I'm somewhere between 20 to 23. Or I am 20 or 23. When I say between, I mean like that includes those ages. How am I not dead? I don't know. Hi, Minnie. Hi, Zaddy. Hi, Movie. Thanks for the follow. Am I? Maybe. Hello. Hi, Layla. Hi, Daha. Again, thank you for the follows and subs, guys. Hi, Dragon Fruit. How you doing there? Welcome, welcome. Hi, Flamey. How you doing there? Welcome, welcome. Hi, Rebecca. Hi, Leela. Glad to have you here. Hope you're doing well. Hi, Cyber. How you guys doing there? Welcome, welcome. Hi, Yuji. Hi, Cole. Thank you guys for the follows and subs, everyone. Hi, Jewel. I'm from the US. Where are you guys from? Hi, V-Bot. Hi, Halo Guy. Hi, Voidless. How are you? Hi, Damara. Hi, Meanie. Hi, Ali. Hi, Lena. Hi, Halo. Hi, Madam. Hi, Dragon. How you doing today? Hi, MK. Hi, Leafy. How you doing today? Welcome, welcome. Glad to have you. Hi, Susie. How are you? Hi, V-Bot. Hi, Flux. Hi, Primera. Thank you for the follows and sub, guys. What are you guys up to today, if you guys don't mind me asking? Hi, Jewel. Hi, Bungie. Thank you guys for the follow. Hi, Da. Hi, Yor. Hi, Rebecca. Hi, Halo. Hi, Sakina. Hi, Stephine. Hi, Elite. Thank you for the follows and subs. Glad to have you. Hi, Minnie. How you doing there? Welcome, welcome. Hi. I can't guess. Thank you guys for the follows and subs, guys. Glad to have you here. Hello. Hi, Farham. Hello. Make sure to follow or sub. Glad to have you guys here. Welcome, welcome. Anything fun? Anything exciting today? Hi, Farham. How you guys doing today? Sorry guys, I'm looking at one thing real quick. Thank you guys. Hello Sakan, hello Raze, hi Ari, hi Sakrana, hi Evely, hi Dennis. How you guys doing today? Welcome. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm good, and I hope no one eats. We'll see about that. Hi Elijah, thank you guys for the follows or subs. Glad to have you here. Again, thank you for the follow or sub, guys. I hope you guys are doing well. Follow, yeah. Make sure to follow or sub. Hi Sakana, hi July, hi everyone. Hi Bone, thank you for the sparkles, Bone. I'm just saying. Hi Sakani, hi Helim, glad to have you. I'm eating frozen root beer, that's fair. Hi Ash, hi Ras, hi Steamy, hi Pauls, hi Elizabeth. How are you guys doing today? Also guys, I want to say thank you guys for your subs and donations. We are in world, I think 8 right now, world 8. I want to say thank you guys for your donations. Hi Coloring, how you doing there? Welcome. But yeah, every donation you guys give helps me out so much, guys. I can't appreciate it. Guys, let's get a laughing disco or a clapping seal right now. We could do it. I believe in you guys. Obviously, you don't have to, but hi, Sakina. Hi, Cade. How are you doing today? Welcome. Glad to have you here. Hi, CR. Hi, African. How you doing today? Welcome. What world are you in? I am in world 8. What's my Roblox name? Okay, let me get my Roblox name. Why do you always play this game? Because, like, I mean, my chat likes it. I mean, that's kind of the main reason. If I play other games, people get bored of it really easily. Like, I tried. I played the keyboard tower, and people don't like it. I played MM2, people don't like it because I don't talk with chat. If I play other games, people don't like them. They like this game, and I don't know. I can't explain to you why. They just like it, so. Hi, Blake. Hi, Vanis. Hi, Vard. I think it's because I can, like, talk to chat and play it pretty well, and that's my opinion. Hi, Kitten. The first person that says it. Yeah, because, like, you know, the reason I think a lot of people watch me is because I, like, talk with chat, right? Hi, Helen. Hi, Blake. Hi, Kitten. Hi, Dragon. So if I wasn't talking with chat, I feel like people wouldn't like it as much. Hi, Shar. Thank you guys for following and sub. You look like Glitch. Yeah, I might. Hi, Shady. Again, thank you guys for your follow subs, and also thank you guys for your donations. I really do appreciate it. I missed you, Pokey. How are you guys doing today? Hi, Purple. Hi, Otter. Hi, Nis. How you doing there? Welcome. Hi, Vanny. Hi, Shay. Glad to have you. Again, guys, thank you for your laughing discos and clapping shields and all the donations today. I watch you because you're funny. Wow, that's cool. I don't know. Hi, Reese. I mean, it can be a little funny, maybe, possibly. Hello. Hi, Aiden. Wise bro. I'm sorry, guys. I saw a cat girl today, and now I'm just red from that. Hi, Princess. How you doing today? Hi, Rosabelle. Thank you for coming. Hi, Kitten. Glad to have you here. Hi, Kami. Not that I accidentally pressed the button or anything for my toggle. Yes, guys, the username, did you sub? I'll give you a shout out. I can't say your name, my dude. It looks like, I'm gonna be honest, I can't read that. I don't know. I think that's like Southern Indian. That's like a Southern Indian language script. So, I mean, hi, Reese's. Glad to have you here. Hi, Jewel. Hi, Peter. How you doing today? Today is my birthday. Congrats. Hope you have a good birthday, Peter. Hope you're doing very good. Melina, thank you for the star. Glad to have you here. Hope you're doing well. Hi, Dragon Fruit. Hi, Street. Hi, Nemak. I've been streaming for a while. You're welcome. Hi, Rosabelle. Thank you guys for the follows and subs, everyone. Glad to have you. Guys, thank you guys for your donations as well. You guys are amazing for that. Thank yous. Sorry, stretching a bit. Hi, I'm dead. Hi, Halim. Welcome. Glad I could be your favorite. Hi, everyone. Hi, Princess. How you doing there? Welcome. Hi, Fox. Hi, Adelaide. Again, thank you for the follows and sub, guys. You guys are amazing. Hi, Lily. Hi, Isaac. Glad to have you here. Hope you're doing well. Hi, Hamburger. How are you? Hi, Marlene. Hi, Samara. Glad to have you. Thank you for the follows and subs. Hello. Welcome. Hi, Keiki. Thanks for the follow. Hello. Hi, Toby. Hi, Dragon. How are you doing today? Welcome. Hi, Alex. Thanks for the follow. Hi, Laura. Hi, Fox. How are you? Hi, Soyori. Glad to have you. Hi, Valko. Thank you guys for the follows and subs, guys. Welcome. Hi, everyone. Glad you like my stuff. Hi, Alex. Hi, Daniel. Thank you guys. I appreciate everyone here. Appreciate you guys' donations too. Hi, Potato. Hi, Alec. Hello, hello. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you, Adelaide, for the star. Glad to have you, Adelaide. Hi, Gabriel. You're a cat girl. Describe her. Meow, meow, meow. You said meow, 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 meow. That's my description. Hi, Alex. Hi, Valko. Hi, Elam. Hi, sure, yeah. Again, thank you guys. Your donations. Can I give you? I mean, if you want to give me it, sure. I'd be happy to receive it. Also, guys, this is my username. But yes, if you guys want to give any Robux, I'll be down. Hi, Alexander. Glad to have you. Hi, Cade. How are you? Hello, guys. Hello, Alexander. Hi, everyone. Make sure to follow our sub, guys. You guys are amazing. Hi, Rochi. My brain is tired, okay? Hi, Olivia. Glad to have you. Hi, Cruiser. How are you doing? Welcome. Hi, Adrian. Fit check, Gainy. Do you like my fit? Hi, Crazy. Glad to have you. Hi, Callium. Glad to have you. Hi, Extra Cheesy. How are you? Again, thank you guys for being here today. Thank you for the following, the subs, everybody. Thank you guys for your donos too, guys. I genuinely can't thank you enough. Guys, let's get a laughing disco, clapping seal. I don't accept friend requests, guys. I will say that. Your outfit looks comfy. Thank you. Hi, Reza. Razor blade. Razor blade. Razor. Hi, Richie. How are you? Glad to have you. Hi, Alexander. Sandra, thank you for the star. Glad to have you here. Hi, Elijah. Hi, Kelly. You played the game before? Hi, Paulo. How you doing there? Welcome. Hi, Fanta. Hi, hello, everyone. Thank you for the follows and subs. Hi, Darla. Hi, Sniper. Glad to have you here. Hi, Mine. Always is cool. Hi, Helen. Glad to have you here. Hi, Sayuri. Hi, Darla. Hi, Fox. Hi, Milky. How you doing today? Hi, Mina. How you doing today? Welcome. Hi, Jax. Hi, Jade. Welcome. Glad to have you here. Hi, Callium. Glad to have you. Make sure to follow our sub, guys. Glad to have you here. What's the best part of your day? Hi, Crazy. Hi, Connie. Hi, Crazy. Hi, Locke. How you doing there? Welcome. Hi, Callium. Hi, Samara. Glad to have you here. Hi, K-pop. Hi, Callium. Glad to have you. Hi, Finland. Make sure to follow our sub. Glad to have you. What are you guys up to today? Welcome. Hi, Darth. How you doing there? Hi, Mina. How you doing there? Welcome. I love your vids. Thank you guys for liking my stuff. Hi, Darsh. Guys, again, thank you guys for your follow subs today. If you sub, let me know. I'll give you a shout out. Also, I really do appreciate the donations as well. Miss, thank you for the rose. Thank you so much, Miss, for the rose. Your donation helps me out so much, so thank yous. Hi, Fanta. Hi, Jose. How are you? Hi, Lee Board. How you doing there? Welcome. Hi, Crazy. Thank you for the subscribe, Alexander. Hi, Gray. Thank you for the sub. Name I can't pronounce. I'm sorry. Thank you. Hi, Parrot. Thank you for the sub. Hello, Adilid. Alexander, thank you for coming. I'm sorry. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Capybara, for the sparkle. Let's go, sparkle, guys. We got this. Thank you, everyone. You guys are nice. I came back. Welcome back. Glad to have you. Oh my god, we got a watermelon from Kimberly. Thank you for the watermelon. I don't think I've ever received that before, so thank you so much for your watermelon, Kimberly. That's a really nice donut today. Thank you so much, Kimberly. I had pats for you for that. Thank you, guys. Any donation that helps me out, and Kimberly, that is insane. Thank you so much for that. I am Duck. How you doing there? Thanks for the follow. Kimberly, thank you all. Hi, Leah. Hi, Callium. Hi, Sorum. Hi, Benjamin. You're welcome. Thank you. Callium, thank you so much for the floating hearts. Glad to have you. Hope you're doing well. Hi, Dean. Glad to have you. Hi, Nori. Hi, Ho. Hi, Joes. How you doing? Make sure to follow your sub. Judge, thank you so much for the floating hearts. Glad to have you here. Thank you for the 2 floating hearts. Thank you for the 4 floating hearts. Oh my god, Judge, thank you for the 8 floating hearts. Glad to have you here. Thank you so much. Adelaide, thank you for the gold coin. Glad to have you. Thank you. Hi, Money. Hi, K-pop. Hi, Emma. Hi, Sakina. Glad to have you. Hi, Wendy. Make sure to follow her sub. Hi, OG. Thank you guys for following and sub. Hi, everyone. Hi, William. How are you? Hello. Welcome. Glad to have you guys here. Thank you, Judge, for your star. Glad to have you. Thank you for the stars, Judge. Thank you. 4 stars. Let's go. Hi, Nori. Again, thank you guys for your donations. Oh my god, thank you, thank you. Guys, clapping, laughing disco or clapping seal right now? Question mark? JK, JK. If you guys want to. I'm not adding people, but if you want to join, you can. Your model keeps winking. Yeah, it probably does. Hi, Ahana. Maybe I just wink a lot, you know? Wink, wink. And thank you for the follow or sub, guys. Glad to have you. Welcome if you guys are new. I think it's my hair is probably the reason why I wink a lot, if you like want the genuine reason, since it's probably in front of my eye, so it counts it as such. Well, I don't know, maybe. We'll see. It could be also just the software that does happen. I actually, oh my god, I fell. Hi Kuba, how you doing today? Welcome, welcome. Again, thank you guys for your gifts today. You guys have been insane with them. Oh my god, stop. Oh my god, guys, I'm getting a little bit flunting around. Hi Hole. Hi Pokemon, how are you? I need to go. Hi Enzo Void, how are you? Remember me from last year? Yeah, I do. Hi Alice, how you doing there? Welcome, welcome. Glad to have you here. Hi Void. Hi Alice. Hi Colin. Again, thank you for following, subbing, and coming, guys. Hi Sava. How you guys doing there? Welcome, welcome. Hi Jordan. Thank you guys for your doing. Also, thank you guys for the donations. Hi Sleepy Boys. How you doing there? Welcome, welcome. Hi Pokemon. Hi Colin. Kadashi no kanashi no koro date. Do the dance, okay. Hi Lorraine, glad to have you. Again, thank you for the follow, subs, and donations. Hi Brave, hi Lorraine, hi Nikita, glad to have you. Hi Jordy. Kimberly, thank you so much for the party hat, Kim. Glad to have you here. Hope you're doing well. And thank you, Kim, so much for their party hat. Guys, your donations are insane today. Thank you. Hi Cupid, how you doing today? Hi Jewel. And thank you guys so much for coming. I appreciate everyone here today. Welcome, welcome. Hi Anna. Hi Slava. Hi Elhain. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Hi, welcome, welcome. Hi. Hello, welcome, welcome. Hello, Han. Hi Slava. Be sure to follow or sub, guys. Glad to have you. Hi everyone. Hi Cool. Glad to have you. Hi Cool. Hi Tim. Hi Anna. Hi Jordan. How you doing there? Welcome, welcome. Kimberly, thank you for the flowers. Glad to have you here. Hope you're doing well. Thank you guys. Hi Wooden. Thank you guys for coming. One was. Hi the Jack. Thank you for the sub, by the way. I love your blood. I'm glad you like it. Hi Geometry. Please. How you doing today? Hi Colin. Have fun with that, man. Hello everyone. Hi Gert. Thank you, Cool, for the Cool. Thank you for the start, guys. Would you guys rather me play Boba Tower, or would you guys rather me keep playing this game, Nito? Thank you for the subbing. Almost sent you without. Yeah, definitely 100%. Hello. Hi Gary. Welcome, welcome. Say my name, Gary. There you go. How you doing, Gary? Hi Jewel. Hi Brandon. Hi July. How are you? Hi Gur. And thank you for the following subs. Hi Brady. Hi Daly. Hi Minty. How are you doing there? Welcome, welcome. Hi King. Glad to have you. Hi Wooden. Hi Alhana. Glad to have you. Thank you guys for the follows and subs. Hello. Hi everyone. Hi CJ. I'm your twin. Thank you. I appreciate it. Alhana. Okay. Hello. How are you? Hi Daly. Hi Kim. And thank you for the follows and subs, guys. Can you play? If you guys want to play with me, you can. I blink like a lizard. Oh my god, guys, I'm Mark Zuckerberg. Hi everyone. Sorry. Hi Dickerson. Hi, welcome, welcome. Again, thank you guys for being here today. You guys are amazing, wonderful. Just know that. Hi Gemma, how are you? Hi Daly, how you doing there? Welcome, welcome. Again, thank you for the follows and subs. Hi Georgia. Hi Daly. Again, guys, if you guys want me to put my username in chat, I appreciate everybody's subs, follows, and donation. You're ignoring my question. Sad. What's your question? I didn't even see your question. I'm gonna be honest here. Hi Elim. Hi Chris. How you doing there? Welcome, welcome. Question, are you? Yes, I am. Hello, welcome, welcome. I love. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Guys, would you guys want me to play Boba Tower or this tower? Bye bye if you have to go. Want to hear a joke? Sure, I would love to hear a joke. Hi Wooden. How you doing today? Hi Anomaly. Boba Tower or this tower, guys? I'll let you decide. Why your cat? They didn't get Boba today. Yeah, Boba Tower. Okay, let me finish this level and I'll go to Boba Tower. We'll see how long we go anyways. Hi Kiki. Hi Anomaly. Hi Lewis. Hi Wooden. Thank you for coming again. Also, I want to say thank you guys again for your donations today. Holy, they are so amazing. You guys do not have to donate as much as you guys have. So like, genuinely, thank you guys so much. Hi Zizo. Hi Wooden. How you doing there? Welcome. Bro, 8 is barters? What? You mean harder? I don't know what you're trying to say. Hi Blanca. Hi Head. How you doing today? The name of the game. It's called Nido Tower. Hi Adam. Hi Blanca. Hi Super Wolf. How are you? Hi Chris. Glad to have you. You should have followed or some. I don't add people, guys. I say this already. I don't add anybody. Hi Rip. Hi Head and Hernus. Yeah, you can join me. Here's my username. If you want to join my game, that's fine. I'm fine with that. But the thing is, I don't add anybody. And that's not trying to be mean. It's just like, I don't want to get in trouble. Hi, Elijah. Hi, everyone. Yes, I do not add people. Hi, Popeyes. Thank you guys for the follows and subs. Also, some people who add me are kind of weird. Hi, Zaki. I played this game when I played these games before. King. What? Why? Hi King. Hi Eduardo. Hi Press. Hi Silver. Hi Nautilus. Hi Kate. Hi Ashley. How are you? Hello Dragon. Make sure to follow our sub guys if you guys are new here. Hi Yuchi. Hi Callie. How are you? Hellos. Thank you guys for the follows and subs. Hi, Daki. Okay, guys, we're gonna play Boba Tower today. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. So I think we're gonna play some Boba Tower. Make sure to follow our sub. Glad to have you. Hi, Miss. Hi, Jewel. Hello, everyone. So let's go play Tower Coffee. Actually, Tower Boba. Hi, Isa. Welcome, welcome. Glad to have you here. Hope you're doing well. Hello, hellos. Hi, Nail. Hi, Cherry. Hi, Sick. How you doing there? Glad I can be your favorite. Hi, Terrain. Hi, Zaki. How are you? Glad to have you. Hi, Alamsi. Yeah, make sure to follow our sub, guys. Glad to have you. Oh, I was supposed to do it the other way, but that's okay. Hi, Zaki. Hi, Tara. Hi Fedor, hi MJ, hi Jan, glad to have you. Thank you for the follows and subs, guys. Hi George, oh my god, I fell. You're beautiful, thank you, I appreciate it. Hi Cherry, you're so cute, thank you guys. I mean, you can join. Yellow, thank you so much for the star, Yellow, glad to have you here. Guys, thank you guys so much for your donations. Like, I generally can't appreciate everyone who donates today. Like, you guys are amazing for that. Guys, stop asking me to add you, I'm gonna end up blocking you. So I'll do the opposite of adding you. No, I'm not adding people. Again, thank you for the followers or subs. Glad to have you. Hi, Anna. Hi, Julian. Hi, Brain. How you guys doing there? Welcome, welcome. Hello. Welcome, guys. Hope you guys are doing well. I watch your lives. Oh, that's very cool. Hello, Julian. Hi, Wooden. Happy birthday, guys. Glad to have you. CTN, thank you for the high five. Thank you, CTN, for your high five. That's very nice of you. Hello, Cat's Eye. Hello, happy birthday. Hi, Amy. Thank you guys for your donations today. You guys are so nice for that. Thank you. Go, go, go. I'm trying my best. Hi, Lily. Thank you for the 5 CTN. That's so nice of you. Hi, Sean. Hi, Esprit. Blocked me. Versus Psychology. CTN, thank you so much for the high 5. Glad to have you. Hi, Mark. Thank you for the 100s. Glad to have you. Again, thank you for the follows or subs. Oh, bro. Okay, well. Hello, thank you, CTN. Thank you so much for your donation, CTN. Glad to have you. My god, stop it. Thank you, guys. Glad to have you here. Thank you guys for the follows or subs. Hello, welcome, welcome. Thank you, CTN, for your donations. Glad to have you. Mad, thank you so much for the happies. Glad to have you, Mad. What are you talking about? I'm talking to YouTube right now. Hi, Helene. Try Studio app. Try Studio Lite. What do you mean Studio Lite? Hi, Zach. Hi, Krish. How you doing today? I played that game. Tell you what, get them if you can get them to sponsor me, I'll play it more. Hi Elsie, hi Fedora. The problem is, it's like I feel like my chat doesn't. That's not like a game my chat tends to like, unfortunately. Thank you so much though for the high fives though. I appreciate it so much. Sienna, thank you for the hundreds. Guys, let's get a clapping seal, a laughing disco. Let's go. Sienna, thank you so much for your hundreds. Hi CTN, have you ever played Strongest Battle? Oh no, I don't know. Would it make you hate me if I said I didn't like that game, CTN? I'm sorry. Hi Sienna, thank you guys for the follows and subs. Glad to have you. I don't want to be mean. It's not my type of game. Hi Mean, thank you for the hundreds. Thank you Mean, thank you Joel. Hi everyone, glad to have you. Hi Dale, thank you for the return. I appreciate it. Nah, I just don't think it's my type of game, man. I'm gonna be honest. I'm sorry. Hello, Cassidy. Hi, Fedora. Hi, user. Thank you for the follows and subs. Hi, Kenzik. Hi, user. Hi, Luke. How you doing today? Hi, Kenzie. Glad to have you. Hi, ZM. Hi, Zuzu. Hi, everyone. Hi, David. I can give you my username if you like. You can't join. I don't know why. Were you like, I did block someone who was like fly hacking, so I mean if that was you then. Hi Julia and hi me, glad to have you here. Hope you're doing well. Mean, thank you so much for the hundreds. Glad to have yous. Yeah, it's kind of hard. Yeah, hi Goob, hi Candy. Thank you Ming, glad to have you. I don't know, I'm not like the biggest fighting game guy as well, you know. Hi Samuel, hi Cat's Eye, thank you for coming. Again, thank you for the follow subs. Also, again, thank you guys for your donations today. It's really nice. Mean, thank you for the hundreds. You like this game? Yeah, the game's fun. Hi Marantine, hi Candace, how are you? Again, guys, thank you for your donation. I put my name in chat, guys. My name is in chat. Hi Cootie, how you doing today? Hi Trigga. Hi Echo, how you doing there? Welcome. Hi Cherry. Hi Cootie, hi Candace. Can you order a pizza? Hi Zona, can you unblock me? Probably no. Were you the hacking guy? No. Hi Mean, thank you for the hundreds. Glad to have you, Mean. Mean, thank you for the hundreds. Mean, 1500s, let's go. Thank you so much for those. Can you order pizza? Not right now, maybe later. Hi Carly, hi Joel. Hi Retro, thank you for the follows and subs. Hi July, hi Dale, how you doing there? Welcome. Okay, gotta go. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you for the followers and subs, glad to have you. Hi Karina, thank you for the hundreds, glad to have you. Hi Belchari. Hi Golden, how are you? Glad to have you. Hi Gage, how you doing there? Welcome. Hope you're doing well. And thank you for the follows and subs. Okay guys, I might end for now if that's okay. I'll do one more tower. I'm doing good. Hi Gage. Hi Ellie. It's called a VTuber. Hi Chi. Hi Marine. Man, I might hack you. Be sure to follow us up. Glad to have you. Hope you're doing well. Glad to have. What are you guys up to right now? Thank you guys. Hi Cherry. Hi Cat's Eye. Hi Hi Victorious. Hello there. Hi Carpenter. Thank you guys again for coming today. Hi Jewel. You're so cute. Thank you. I'm doing good. Hi Jaden. I'm a little sleepy. I played that before. I played these games. Hi Cherry, how are you? Glad to have you again. Well, wise. Oh, welcome. Glad to have you. Wise. Maybe we can look into that in the future or something. Hi Karina. Hi Samuel. Hi Jaden. Again, thank you guys for being here. Guys, thank you guys for your subs, follows, donations, everyone. Hi Cherry. Everybody, Dale, thank you for coming, Dale. Again, thank you guys for your gifts today. You guys' gifts mean so much to me. Like, obviously, you guys don't have to gift anything to me. So, you guys being willing to give something, especially like that you don't have to, it's really nice. Thank you guys. Hello, Evelyn. Glad to have you. Come on, but we can get a laughing disco or a clapping seal, guys. Let's go. We can do it. Or a galaxy. Thank you for the follow, Jin Shub. Hi, Jen. How are you? Hi Nina. Hi Halam. How you doing today? Hi Cherry. How are you doing today? Welcome, welcome. Hi Alien. Again, thank you guys. Hi Alice. Hi Liam. Hi Fedor. Thank you for the follows and subs. Hi Triggs. Hi Cherry. You too. Thank you. Stop. What do you mean stop? Hi Liam. Hi everyone's. Thank you guys for being here again. Hi Grazy. Hi Casey. How are you? You're the best. Thank you. Hi Jen. How you doing today? Thank you guys. Hi Samuel. What's your question, Samuel? Guys, we're almost at 35k 500 subs, which is insane. Hi Nicole. If you want to join, you can. This is my username. I'm not going back to lobby. I am not going back. You would have to take me out of this place. Hi Gage, how you doing there? Welcome, welcome. Hi Abraham, how you doing there? Welcome, welcome. Hi Samuel. Again, thank you for the followers, your sub guys. Glad to have you. Hi Dragon, hi Alien, glad to have you. Hi Drode. Hi Cherry, glad to have you. Hi Fernando. Hi Abraham. Hi Joey, how you doing today? Welcome, welcome. Hi Mad Crab, how you? Thank you guys for the follows or subs, everyone. I do appreciate it. Hi LM, glad to have you. It's a VTuber avatar. Guys, thank you guys for the follow, subs, and also I want to say thank you guys for your donations today too. It does really help me out. Hi, hello everyone. Glad to have you. Glad I could be your favorite. That makes me happy. Hi, it's hi Pretty. Hi Timmy. Hi Trip. I'm in your game. That's cool. Hi Tomato. Hi Cherry. Mad, thank you so much for your star, Mad. I'm just a tomato. Tomatoes are pretty cool, so. Hi Aline. What's your favorite type? Good morning. Reading my comment. Why? So I'm mad at you. Why can't you? What? I literally read your comment and said your name. Do you have hearing problems? No offense. Hi Helen. Hi Isabella. I don't want to be mean, but you're like, I didn't read your comment. I'm like, yes I did. Nicole, thank you for the star. Hi Cherry. Hi Alyssa. Matt, thank you for the thumbs up. Let's go. Thank you guys for your donations. Oh my god, thank you. I'm not going back to lobby. Listen, I'm gonna mute you if you keep asking because it's getting annoying. You're not gonna see me at all. Hi Cherry. Stop. Hi Buck. What do you mean stop? Stop what? You're just shouting stop. Again, thank you for the follows and subs, guys. What's my username? This is my user. There you go. Have fun. Hello, welcome, welcome. There you go. Hello, Abraham. Thank you for the 6-7 donation. Glad to have you. Hi, Liam. Hi, Yesel. Hi, Mad. Hi, Mad. Hi, Karina. Thank you for the jewels. Rowan, thank you so much, guys. Hi, Keen. Abraham, thank you for another 6-7 donation. Why do I have to say it 2 times? Rowan, thank you for the follow. CC, thank you for the follow. Hi, Riri. Because you kept spamming when I told you to stop. Hello, thank you guys for the follows and subs. Your PFP. Hi Karima, glad to have you. Thank you for the star. Thank you, Mad, for the star. Olive, thank you for the star. Nicole, thank you for the star. Guys, let's get a laughing disco or clapping seal right now. Therian, thank you so much for the 6-7 donation. Even if I have to say that, thank you for the 6-7 donation. I appreciate you guys so much. Hi Cherry. Hi Riri. Thank you guys. Thank you, Abraham, for the yes you do. Hi, thank you for the happy. Glad to have you here. Hi, Avocado. Hi, Rebby. How you doing there? Welcome, welcome. Thank you, Mad, for the gold coin. Glad to have you. I didn't hear you. It's okay. Again, guys, thank you for the follows and sub, guys. I do appreciate it. Hi, Alien. Hi, Ham. Hi, Alicia. Hi, Tammy. Hi, Cherry. Glad to have you. Hi, Mar. Hi, everyone. Make sure to follow or sub. Hi, Mad. Thank you for the happy. Glad to have you. Oh god, I fell. No, I fell. Hi, Abraham. Thank you for the stars. Glad to have you. Hi, Conj. Glad to have you. Thank you for the follows and subs, everyone. I hope you guys are doing well. Hi, Bakugo. Hi, Kane. Thank you for the hundreds, Mad. Glad to have you. Thank you, Abraham, for the floating. Glad to have you here. Thank you guys so much. No, it's okay. How about this? You give me you can give me a 6-7 donate. Oh god, please don't, with your coins, don't do that. I'd rather you just give me like 6 floating hearts if you did want to give anything. Matt, thank you for the 2 jewels. Thank you for the stars. Obviously, you guys don't have to donate unless you want to. So, hi, Matt. Thank you guys. Thank you, Parms. Hi. You said but you're literally not reading this one. I just read it. Oh my god. Bro, do you not see how active chat is? I can't read every comment, guys. I try my best, don't get me wrong, but like it's kind of hard. Abraham, thank you so much for the 6-7 donation. Oh my god, I have to say it like 5 times today. Hi, Cherry. Oh my, I fell again. Hi, Parma. Hi, Joel. Hi, Maria. Glad to have you here. Hope you're doing well. Hi, Wooden. Thank you guys for your donations and subs and follows. Okay, I get the donation. Kathy, thank you for the 6-7 donation. Thank you so much for your 6-7. Okay, guys, to be fair, if I'm getting the donation for it, I kind of have to say it. I'm not trying to be mean about it. It's just like, you know, if I'm saying it, I have to, if I get a donation, I kind of have to say it, right? Like, I think it's kind of rude not to. But I say that and I skip the other one, but that's a little different. Hi, Wooden. Glad to have you here. Thank you guys for the follows and subs, everyone. Hello, Chamia. It sets me off. I know, but then tell them to stop donating it if you don't want to hear it. That's not a me thing. That's I gotta say it if I get a donation, you know. Hi, River. Hi, Matt. I get it. I don't like it either, but I get the donation. I gotta say it. Tell them to give me clapping seals or laughing discos. Bro, stop. Halim, I'm gonna be honest. It's getting kind of annoying. Hi, CR. I'm gonna start ignoring you purposely because it's just annoying. Hi, Alexander. Hi, Kathy. Thank you for the follows and sub, guys. Hello, Anime. Glad to have you. Hi, Julian. Hi, Cats. Hi, Parma. How are you doing? I'm doing good. What about you? Hi, Anime. Guys, again, thank you guys so much for every donation you guys give. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Made it top 6 XP. Let's go. I mean, I mean, donations do help with that. Okay. See, you know what I mean? I get hackers. Some green guy. Hello. Make sure to follow or sub, guys. Glad to have you. I think they might have left. They did not get banned, which is fair. Hi, Jade. Thank you for the gold coin, Kathy. Glad to have you here. Oh, they found it. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay, I'm just gonna rejoin. Make sure to follow or sub. Glad to have you. Hi, Official. Hi, Noah. Hi, Ash. Glad to have you. How you doing today? Hi, Mad. Hi, Official. Again, thank you for the follows and subs, guys. It froze. Yeah. Hi, Daisy. How you doing today? Welcome, welcome. This is Night Dancer. It is Night Dancer. Hi, Zoe. Hi, Izzy. Glad to have you. Why did I block? Did you not see them fly hacking and doing weird stuff to me? Do you have 2 brain cells? No offense. No. Hi, Zoe. Sorry, that's mean, but like, come on. Don't ask them like why I blocked them. Hi, Rebecca. Unless you're the person that got blocked, that would make sense. You remember me? Yeah. Hi, Night Dancer. Hi, Demon. How you guys doing today? Hi, Ashley. Hi, Zoe. You guys ask like really, I don't want to be mean, but like you guys ask questions that like you need to think before you ask. Can you answer the like? Speaking of which, someone did that right now. Make sure to follow us. I'm glad to have you. Hi, Amanda. Guys, you guys will literally be like, why do you like? Someone will be like killing, like, sorry, I can't say that. Someone will be like, you know, hurting someone, right? Like punching them, and you'd be like, why are you not? Why are you like yelling at the person to stop? That's mean to them when they're punching someone to death. It's like, what do you guys want? Hi, Mike. Hi, it's like, of course they're gonna say stop and try to stop it. Like, no, I'm sorry. Help me out. Thank you, Jennifer. Hi, Kimberly. Thank you, guys. Make sure to follow us. I'm glad to have you. Hi, Gracie. Thank you for the 100s. Halim, every time you type a sentence right now, you're proving my point. Just let it go and just don't, I don't know, ask me something random like, what's your favorite food? Stop trying to... Hi, Naka. Glad to have you. Thank you guys for the follows and subs. Glad to have you here. Right, and then why do you didn't see that happening, but you saw me block them? Like, I don't get it. How do you know I blocked them, but you can't see the other thing? Is this like selective vision? Sorry, I'm being sarcastic, but I'm like, what? How does this even happen? Ever played Nito? I literally played Nito like 20 minutes ago. Respect. Thank you guys for the follows. I did see you are. No. I should get a galaxy for also being one pointing finger. No, I'm joking. It'd be nice though. Guys, I want to say thank you guys for your donations. Guys, let's get a laughing disco or a clapping seal, everyone. Let's go. Make sure to follow or sub. Thank you guys. And stop asking questions. Hi, Jess. Hi, Kylie. Oh my god. Hi, Damian. Hi, Star. Glad to have you. Again, thank you guys. Hi, Star. Make sure to follow us up. Hi, Ali. Thank you, guys. I gave you all. Thank you. I know I appreciate all the coins you have given. Are you acting arrogant? What do you mean? Hi, Jess. How is this arrogant? I don't think you use that word right. Hi, CNT. I think if I was asking arrogant, I would be more. I mean, I guess maybe yelling at the person for saying that, but come on, that's a little more obvious. But that's the truth. You failing femboy. What? I'm sorry, but that's the truth. Are you okay, Riri? I don't think you're mentally okay. Which is Nicole. Thank you for the star. Hello, welcome. Oh my god, I keep falling. Hi, Liam. Hi, Mad. Hi, Ashley. Glad to have you. Hi, Parma. What's the important question? Yes. Hi, Alexis. Hi, Cheese. No, probably not. No, I've already played Strongest. I just don't. It's not my type of game, man. I'm sorry, CNT. I appreciate your donos today. Like, I really do. I appreciate everything you've done for the stream and like talked in with it and just like been here. Hi, Cloudy. But I'm gonna be honest. That's just not my type of game. Hi, Adrian. Hi, Starlies. How you doing today? That's Cloudy. How you doing today? Yes, I remember you. Hello. Hi, Rivals. Remember the gift? Yes. Hello, welcome. If we can water, do we see air? Yeah, maybe. Can you guess my favorite song? Feels Good Inc. Yeah, Jewel explained it correctly. Hi, Ashley. Hi, Aaron. Glad to have you here. Thank you for the follower sub. Hi, Rodney. Hi, Nicole. I mean, no offense, but like, if you have to like ask 20 times why you got banned in a row, it's like, what do you expect? Hi, Parma. Hi, Art. Hi, Bree. Hi, Darcy. Thank you guys for the follows and subs. Also, guys, again, thank you guys for the donations, everyone. I do appreciate it. Glad to have you. Darcy, how are you? Hi, Kyre. Hi, Red Panda. Hi, Emma. Thank you guys for following. Thank you guys for subbing. Guys, I appreciate it. Hi, Elma. Hi, Emma. Hi, Jester. Hi, Ashley. Hi, Lovely. Hi, Jesus. How you guys doing today? Hi, Papa. Oh, God, no. Hi, Ocelet. Again, thank you for the follows or sub, guys. Glad to have you. Yeah, I kind of. Hello, welcome. Anything fun? Anything exciting today? Hi, Red Panda. Hi, Keeg. Hi, Madeline. Hi, Kane. Hi, Raven. Again, thank you guys for the follow subs, and also I wanted to thank you guys for your donos to the Nate. I do appreciate it. Probably. I like how you're like questioning it, like I could be one. Maybe I'm not. You know, it's just probably. Make sure to follow us. I'm glad to have you. Hi, Kig. Thank you guys again. Guys, can we hit 500 subs today? Come on, guys. We're so close. Guys, so close to 500 today. Holy. Again, thank you guys for your donations, follows, subs, and everything you have given. Come on. Hello, Legenda. That's cool. Can you guys stop talking about other people's lives right now? I would appreciate that. That's probably like not. You're very funny. Like, imagine I went to your house party and was like, guys, you should go to this house party over here. Don't talk to. I'm like, it's like kind of rude, you know. I must dopely. Glad to have you here. You're at 35k. I mean, I'm sure they're a cool person, but like, you know, I bet if you went to their stream and typed Jackneko's live in their stream, they probably wouldn't like that either, which is fair. Hi, Pauline. Thank you guys for the follows or subs. Fanboy playing rock. I feel like as you probably watch them, so you're kind of salty about it. I mean, it's okay, man. Hi, Art. Hi, Act. Glad to have you here. Bro, that's called a summarization. Also, to be fair, you're probably like a 5-year-old who has nothing better to do and just doom scrolls since they can't talk to friends on IRL anymore since the internet took that away from them. Hi, Mama. Hi, CNT. Glad to have you. Hi, Bean. Hi, Sammy. So, I mean, you're not really in a better position, my dude. Hi, Aurora. Like, the only girl you're gonna get is on character AI. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Make sure to follow it. Sorry. Yeah. How to perfectly spell. You're really smart. You didn't even spell really correctly. That's amazing. You're proving my point. I mean, to be fair, let's just say I'm not really smart. I wouldn't want to know where you are on the food chain. I'm gonna be honest here. Hi, Kate. Sorry, I feel like I'm in a roasty mood and it's kind of. Hi, Caroline. Welcome. Hi, Sandra. Thank you for following and subbing, guys. Hello, welcome, welcome. Hi, Box. How you doing there? Welcome, welcome. Hi, please. Guys, I think I'm rage baiting this kid really hard. You're, you really are unk. Yeah, bro, that's just... Guys, I'm rage baiting a kid so hard right now. Hi, Elma. Sorry. I made your edit. Hi, Hia. Glad to have you here. Make sure to follow. Bro, I'm gonna be honest. Nobody cares. Hello, hello. Hi, Ming. Glad to have you. Hi, Salva. Hi, Shadley. Glad to have you. Hi, Endamore. Hi, Jasmine. How you guys doing there? Welcome, welcome. I have to leave. Hi, Amp. Glad to have you here. Make sure to follow or sub. Hi, subscribe. Thank you guys for the sub. Hi, guys. Hi, Maria. Hi, Elk. Hi, Kat. Glad to have you. Hi, Jewel. How you doing today? Thank you guys for the follows and subs. Glad to have you. Hi, Love Nezuko. Wow, wow. Hope you guys are doing well, whatever you guys are doing. Thank you guys for coming. Hi, Every. Hi, Andrea. Hello, hello. Hi, Jasmine. Hi, Doug. Hi, Brax. Hi, Victor. Hi, Kay. Thank you guys for the follow. Hi, Lily. Glad to have you. Hi, Ocelot. Hi, Every. Hi, Mad Crab. Hi, Douglas. Glad to have you. Make sure to follow or sub. Hi, Kate. You got super glue. Bro, why does everybody super glue their fingers in my chat? Hello, hello. Oh, someone type. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you for the follows. Thank you guys for the subs, everyone. Glad to have you. You're basically... That's what you are. I mean, yeah, no offense. Thank you for the follows. Hi, Jasmine. Hi, Dakota. Wah, wah, wah. Wah, wah, wah. That's what you sound like. Hello, Jewel. How you doing there? Welcome. Hi, Jasmine. Hi, everyone. Hi, Femboy. Make sure to follow or sub, guys. Thank you guys for coming. Hi, Football Edits. Hi, Browse. Hi, everyone. Thank you guys for the follows and subs, guys. Glad to have you. Hello, welcome, welcome. I hope you guys are doing well. Welcome, welcome. Hello. What are you guys up to today? I hope you guys are doing well. What are you guys up to right now? Wishing you guys the best, whatever, guys. Also, guys, thank you guys for your donations today. I really do appreciate it. Hope you guys are doing well, whatever you guys are up to. Anyway. Hi, everyone. Glad to have you. Thank you for the follows and subs. Hi, Royal. Hi, Amir. Hi, Amir. Glad to have you. Hi, Victor. Hi, Kane. Hi, Just. Glad to have you. Hi, Elle. Make sure to follow or sub. Thank you, guys. You sound like the obbies, bro. I would fail. I'm already failing at the 5th jump. You ignore the haters. I mean, I kind of like roasting them, but yeah, you're kind of right. I should probably ignore it. Because, like, at the end of the day, it's like, even though it's funny, I might get in trouble, and I don't want to get in trouble. And also, it's just like, you know, sometimes you shouldn't respond negatively. Guys, also, guys, I want to say thank you guys for your donations today. Any donation you guys give really helps me out. I really do appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Sam, please stop spamming. I don't want to mute you, man, but like you're spamming like every word in the sentence. Hello, welcome, welcome. Hi, Fortnite. Thank you, guys. Make sure to follow or sub. I'm gonna just mute you, man. I don't want to be mean, but like I gave you a warning. I gave you time. Guys, 10 more subs right now, everyone. Glad to have you. Hi, Celeste. Hi, Mila. Hi, Aver. Hi, everyone. Hi, Kane. I'm not a furry. I'm fine with them. Don't get me wrong. If you guys, I keep falling. Baby. Also, I want to say thank you guys for your donations today again. Thank you guys so much. Everything you have given helps me out so much, guys. Generally, I can't appreciate you guys enough. Am I good at I can be okay at them, I would say. Hi, Osily. Hi, Nubia. Hi, Dali. How are you? Hi, Ocelot. Hi, Whipped. How you doing today? Welcome, welcome. Guys, we're almost at 500. Let's go. Hi, someone. Glad to have you. Again, thank you for the follows, subs, and donations, everyone. I do appreciate them. Thank you, guys. Hi, Bunny. Hi, Riri. Hi, Whipped. Hi, everyone. Hi, Jasmine. Glad to have you here. Hope you're doing well. Check the subs. We hit 500? Wait, did we hit it? No, we didn't. We're like one away. No, you baiter. You baited me. Hi, someone. Hi, everyone. Glad to have you. Game name. It's called Boba Tower, guys. Boba Tower. Hi, Brax. Hi, KS Edits. Glad to have you. Hi, Hamburger. We hit 500. Let's go! Wow! Yes, I am one. Hi, Cat. 35, 500. Let's go, everyone. Hi, Fanny. Hi, Yashin. Hi Paxton, thank you guys for the follows and subs. Hi Elia. Hi everyone. Hi Matt. Hi Bondi. How are you guys? Again, thank you guys for coming, showing up. Thank you for the follows, the subs, the donos, everyone. You guys are so nice for that. Hi guys. Batty Girl, thank you for the follow. Hi Jewel. Hi Builder Man. Hi Crispy. Hi Yesherin. And thank you guys for the follows and subs. Hi Gaming for Life, glad to have you. Hi everyone. Hi Plushy. Hi Zat. Hi Lil Chop. It's pre-recorded. No, it's not. Okay. Hi Chad. I'm literally saying hi to people. I'm from the US. Where are you guys from? Hello, hello. Hi Zassarin. I mean, at this point, maybe I should just do pre-recorded to be easier. Hi Yoon. Hi Yeshin. No, I'm joking. Then answer, bro. I mean, I literally proved it. Guys, I talk to people on YouTube and TikTok. No offense, but like your question, you just said it's pre-recorded, and I did answer it. I literally said it's Needle Tower. I just don't respond immediately on TikTok. Make sure to follow. We're so glad to have you here. You are. Hello, everyone. What the fuck? Hello. Hi, Bart. Welcome from Barbados. Okay, do you see my chat on TikTok right now and why I don't really talk to them sometimes? Hello, Cat Lena. Hi, Fanny. Thank you guys for the followers. So glad to have you. Hello, Eggs. Hi, Mice. How you doing today? Welcome. Make sure to follow our sub. Hi, Fanny. Hi, everyone. Again, thank you guys for the follows, your subs. Glad to have you. Also, I want to say thank you guys for your donations today. Guys, let's get a clapping seal, a laughing disco, guys. We can do it. I believe. What the hell? First time I heard you. Hi, Jewel. Hi, Eleona. Hi, Alani. Hi, Meteor. Glad to have you. Hi, Matazio. How are you doing today? Make sure to follow our sub. Hi, Deli. Welcome. Bye-bye if you have to go. Hi, Paxton. How are you doing today? Hi, Wolf. How you doing today? Welcome. Hi, Sodi. Glad to have you. Hi, Riley. Thank you for the hello. Mai, thank you for the follows. King, thank you. I'll sub. Hi, Cheat. Hi, Colo. Colo. How you doing today? Welcome. Hi, everyone. Glad to have you. Yes, it is okay to be. Why would I? Guys, I'm a guy in a maid outfit. Why do you think I would just? Hi, Taylor. Hi, B&W. Oh, world. What? And thank you guys. Are there? What are you eating? What? Make sure to follow our sub. In my stream or like in the world? I mean, in the world, yes. In the stream, I don't know. Maybe. I mean, you are. So I guess. Hi, everyone. Hi, Blink. Hi, Finn. Hi, Fire. Hi, Blank. How you guys doing today? Welcome. Hi, Keen. Hi, Lucius. Hi, Bianca. Hi, Vern. Thank you guys for the follows, your subs. Maria, glad to have you. Favorite song. Hi, Alona. Glad to have you here. Thank you. Silent Siren Routine's my favorite. Hi, Fanny. Glad to have you. Hi, Dude. Hi, Maria. Hi, Kari. Thank you for the follow. Ohana, thank you so much for the happy. Thank you, Ohana. Glad to have you here. I don't know a favorite football club right now. I mean, I like Man City a little bit. I'm not sure. A lot of my friends are Tottenham though fans, so I mean, like, yeah, those are probably my favorite. King. Hi Loki, glad to have you. Hi Lona, thank you guys for following. I mean, Man City are pretty good, and like, I mean, Tottenham's pretty decent too. Hi Crick. Hi King. I'm trolling you so hard. I mean, those are football teams. You did ask for that. Hi Hana, glad to have you. Hi Gracie. Yeah, I don't think those are football. I think that's a different type of football. Or I don't think that's a football, you know, team. I think we're talking about different things, you know. Hi Ter. Hi Loki. I couldn't tell. Make sure to follow her sub. Hi Gracie, thank you for the stars. I want to say, I'm not like Seattle's better. I mean, how are they better? They don't play the same sport. Okay. Hi Ohana, glad to have you. Thank you for the stars. There's no objectively better or worse since that's different sports. Hello Adrian, can you speak Arabic? Wahali. There you go, happy. 40 degrees today. I don't really care. Bro, bro's like wondering why I mute them the whole time, and then like they just spam that. It's like, no. Hi Kane. Hi, and they're gonna be like, I didn't spam. And if they do that, I'm just gonna ban them next time. Hi Sophia. Hi Vinny. For American, I'm not gonna say even if I did have a favorite, just because like that would probably give, you know, location. Thank you guys. Hi Ohana. Thank you for the F. Glad to have you here. Nice stream. I appreciate it. Hi Jackson. Hi Cholo. Glad to have you. I don't want to be like, this is where I live. This is my favorite. You know. Hi Football. Thank you guys for the follows or subs. Again, guys. Thank you. Hi Akum. Glad to have you. Hi everyone. Hello, guys. What's the best part of your days? Can you say Brazil? Brazil. Hi Kun. Hi Aki. Hi Football. Hi Scene9. Hi Colo. Melina, thank you so much for the star. Hi to Penguin. Hi Romney. Hi Casper. How are you? Again, thank you guys for the follows or subs. Guys, if you follow or sub today, I do really appreciate that. So please keep doing that, guys. Your donations, follows, subs, and I appreciate it. My favorite song. I mean, Freak is a good song. Hi Lona. Hi Tafta. Again, thank you guys. Okay, that's cool. Guys, make sure to follow or sub, guys. Glad to have you here. Hi Caroline. Hi Gracie. Hi guys, make sure to follow or sub if you guys are new. Hi Thea. Hi Murphy. Hi Yana. Hi Emmet. Hello, welcome. Hi Dolly. Glad to have you here. Hi Zay. Thank you for coming. Are you actually from Seattle, or are you just like a band? Are you like a bandwagon? Hello, welcome. Hi Aki. Glad to have you. Nostalgia. I mean, it's cool that you like the team, but hi Junk. Hi Gracie. Thank you for the hundreds. Glad to have you. Yes. Okay. Hi everyone. Home team. Yeah. Hi Kitty. Thank you guys for the follows, your subs. Hi Rio. Hi Noah. Again, guys, thank you guys for your follows, subs, and donations. Hi Dahlia. Hi Junk. How are you? Hi Kitty. Hi Yana. Hi, I'm back. Again, guys, thank you guys for coming. Hi Ralph. How are you? Hi Yidis. Hi Zach. How you doing there? Welcome. Hi Speed. Thank you for the follows, your subs, guys. Glad to have you. What? Thank you guys for the subs. Also, I want to say thank you guys for your donations. Guys, let's get a laughing seal or a clapping disco, guys. We can do it. I believe in you guys. Let's get a laughing seal or a clapping disco, everyone. I'm from Norway. The colors are inverse, so it looks like you're... Hello. Thank you for subbing. Glad to have you. Oh, sorry. I want to do that tower, but it was broken, so... Thank you, Junk, for the sub. Again... Hi, Real Cat, Yama. But yeah, thank you guys for your donations, everyone. I really do appreciate them. Hi, Yama. Make sure to follow us up. Please don't do that, Brax. I would not like that. Hi, Junk. Hi, Yidis. Hi, Ralph. How you doing there? Welcome. Hi, Seven. I think hopefully the moderator can take care of that today. I think we have one in chat. They're messaging. Hi, Awake. Welcome. Hi, everyone. Glad to have you. Yo, wait. Can I join? Hi, Paul. Make sure to follow or sub, guys. Again, thank yous. I'm subscribed. I appreciate everyone. I love your avatar. Hi, Miss. Hi, Gain. How are you? Guys, again, hi, Looney. Holy, thank you, Mama, for saying that. I appreciate that. Hellos. Hi, Adam. Hi, Vani. Turn off the filter. It's not a filter. It's a VTuber avatar. Even if I turned off the avatar, it doesn't show my camera. I would have to set that up differently. So like, even if I turned this off, it wouldn't like show my face. I'd have to manually set up the camera so it showed my face, which I mean, like that would take like 10 minutes and I don't feel like it, even if I wanted to, which I don't, obviously. Gracie, thank you for the hundreds. Like, it's not like you just turn it off and it shows face. That's not how it works. So it uses the outline basically of your face as a tracking. So it's a little different. Hi, Tally. Guys, it's called Nito Tower, if you're curious. Nito Tower. Nito Tower, guys. Hi, Real. Hi, Pearl. How are you doing today? Hi, Demon. Hi, Kit. How you doing there? Welcome. Hi, Gwen. Yeah, I watch it. Thank you, guys. Also, I want to say thank you guys for the follows and subs. Thank you, guys. I appreciate everyone here today. You guys are wonderful. Hi, Yidis. Hi, Loey. How you doing there? Welcome. Hi, Virendra. Hi, Kira. Hi, Safi. Hi, Gracie. Hi, Lucky. How are you? Hi Sprout, hi Ringcall, hi Vanilla, hi Nolan, hi Zombie, hi Jason, hi No. Lucky, thank you for the stars. Glad to have you here. Hope you're doing well. Hi Villian, hi Demon, how you doing there? Welcome. Guys, again, all your donations help me out so much. Thank you guys so much, guys. Hi Jay, hi Paxton. Hi Delea, glad to have you here. Hope you're doing well. Hi Aaron, hi Arzo, hi S, how you doing there? Welcome. Oh, okay, it's working this time. Let's go. Let's go, everyone. Hi Taco, hi Arjo, how you doing there? Welcome. Thank you guys for the follows and subs. Jewel, Tommy, thank you so much for the gold coin. Let's go, gold coins. Let's go. Hi Nicole. Hi Nico, hi Jay, thank you for your gold coin. Hi Kat, how you doing? Hi Jason, hi Kevin, how are you? Donations are so much appreciated, guys. Thank you. Is this glitch? Yeah, of course it is. Hi Ricky. Hi Cole. I'm joking. I'm not glitch. People think I'm like no, it's okay if you guys can't. Like guys, I mean if you guys can't donate, it's okay. That's perfectly fine. I get it, life and stuff. It's just I want to thank everyone who does, since I really do appreciate it. So I promise you it does help me out so much. Hi Lyrical. Hello, hi Sandra. Favorite anime? I don't know. I like K-On! Hi Patrick. Please don't say you are lazy. Date Hunto wa crazy. AOT is also good. Oh, I like Vinland Saga a lot though. Vinland Saga is really good. I don't know. Hi Matcha. Hi Esther. Hi everyone. Again, thanks for the follows and subs, guys. Hi Max. Hi Zabu. Hi, I love Casper. How are you doing today? Hi, Jaren. Hi, Vanilla. Glad to have you. Thank you for the follows and subs. I'm gonna have to get a haircut tomorrow, guys. It's gonna be fun. Hi, Edis. Hi, Alexia. Hi, Brittany. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the subs. Hi, Fraser. How you doing there? Welcome, welcome. Hello, Alien Star. Glad to have you. Hope you're doing well. Hi, Kiara. Hi, Izzy. Hi, Antonio. Hi, Demon. How you doing there? Welcome, welcome. Hi Gwen, how you doing there? Welcome, welcome. Hi Adam, glad to have you. Again, thank you guys for the follows and subs. Hi Izzy, how are you? Hi Alex, glad to have you. Hi Alexis, how are you? Hi Fraser, hi Zoltan, how you doing there? Hi Sandra. Hi Felix, hi Alien Star. Hi Colbean, glad to have you. Hi Brittany. Thank you guys for the follows and subs, everyone. How are you guys doing right now? Am I subscribed? Okay, Adam, thank you. Hi, Taco. Hi, Cools. Hi, Felix. Hi, Fraser. Hi, Yarn. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Hi, Sagar. Hello, Delia. Glad to have you. Welcome. No, I said hi to you. Hi, Gracie. Hi, Cool. Hello, Helcon. Hi, Izzy. Glad to have you. Hi, Teresa. Savannah, thank you for the star. Glad to have you here. Thank you, Adam. Glad to have you. Thank you guys for coming. For the follow and subs. Glad to have you. Hello, hello. Thank you guys. Hi, Jewel. Thank you guys for coming and following and subbing, guys. Hi, Cool. Hi, Reaper. Savannah, thank you for the gold coin. Glad to have you here. Hope you're doing well. Thank you, Savannah. I appreciate your subs, donations, follow, and everything, guys. Hi, Alex. Hi, Keen. How you doing there? Welcome, welcome. Hi, Sharky. Glad to have you. Hi, Emilian. Hi, Kay. Thank you guys for the follow. Thank you for the subs. Hello. Be sure to follow our some, guys. Glad to have you here. Hello, hello. Be sure to follow our some. I like your games. Thank you. Hi, Keen. Hi, Toya. Hi, Izzy. Hi, everyone. Okay, guys. Hi, you're local. Thank you, guys. I'm in your game. That's cool. I might take a break right now, actually. That's fine. I'm gonna lay in my bed. Hi, Sugar. Hi, everyone. Hi, Adam. Again, I want to say thank you guys so much today. Hi, Watermelon. Hi, Ricky. How you doing there? Everything you have given, guys, I genuinely can't appreciate enough. Hi, Adam. Glad to have you. Hi, Toas. Hi, Gracious. How you doing today? Subbing this guy is great. Thank you, guys. Hi, Sharky. Hi, July. Again, thank you, guys. Hi, Taco. Best YouTuber ever. I'm on a pretty high level of the tower. I don't know what exactly. Again, thank you for the follows and subs, guys. I appreciate it so much. Hi, Spirina. Hi, Farina. Glad to have you. Hi, Taco Night. Glad to have you here. Hope you're doing well. Hello, everyone's. Hellos. Again, thank you. Hi, Winnie. Hi, Chairman. Glad to have you. Thank you, guys. Hi, Savannah. Thank you for your gold coin. Guys, thank you guys so much. your donations and everything you have given the day. Oh my god, thank you guys. Welcome back, Food. Hi, Fraser. I might take a break right now if that's okay with you guys. Hi, Max. Hi, CH. Did you go to Anime Expo? No. Hi, Chill. Alright, I'm gonna take a break now, but I appreciate you guys being here. I hope you guys have great dimes, whatever you guys are doing. Thank you guys for coming. Chi-Chi, Winnie, and Chairman. Bye-bye, cuties. Yeah, love you guys.